Hi everyone, Liz from Liz Bigger Coaching here. Just wanted to pop on and do a quick video and talk about shifting into positivity. So when we're shifting into positivity, we can break it down into about 6 parts. So the first part is awareness. Second part is willingness. The third part is catching ourselves. The fourth part is practicing it daily. The fifth part is paying attention to the benefits. And the final and sixth part is making it permanent, continuing to practice daily this shift into positivity. So the first one is awareness. First of all, we have to become aware of our words that we say to ourselves and to others, our thoughts that we have throughout the day, and our behaviors. If our behaviors are negative, there's a good chance we're in a negative place and it's time to shift into positivity. The second thing we need is the willingness. We have to actually believe that it's possible to shift into positivity. If we are stuck in a mire of negativity and we don't think it's possible to get into positivity, the shift will never happen no matter what we're able to do. So the second one is really getting to believe deep down that it is possible to shift into positivity and that we can do it. So when we are paying attention to our words and our thoughts and our behaviors, what we need to do is pay attention as we go through the day. We can listen to the words that we're saying to ourselves. I used to be really bad about saying things like, you stupid idiot, or, that was dumb, or things like that. And I learned that that negative self-talk will shift me into a negative place. And then it seems like everything that happens to me all day long is negative, negative, negative. At the end of the day, I am feeling like I had a bad day. I go to bed and I try to sleep and I can't because I'm ruminating about all the things that happened to me, all the bad things that happened to me all day long. If I'm able to change that in that moment, so that's what I call catching myself. So when I catch myself in that moment of saying something to myself that's negative, I can turn that around instantly right there in that moment. I can say, instead of saying, you stupid idiot, I can say, well, you know what? I'm human. And humans make mistakes, and so therefore I made a mistake because I'm human, and it's okay. And I let myself off the hook, and I don't have to go shift to that negative place. I can just allow myself to make a mistake, and it's usually when I'm dropping things or I make a mess, and I say things instead of saying things like, that was just so clumsy, or that was so stupid, or whatever. I can say, well, that wasn't how I meant for that to happen. And just move on to the next thing, and I don't have to shift into a negative place just because I'm feeling clumsy or I dropped something or I made a mess. But I catch myself in that moment, and throughout the day when I catch myself in those moments and I turn it around instantly in that moment, I find that when I'm at the end of the day, I feel like I had a great day, and I go to bed and I sleep well because I'm not thinking about all the things that I think happened that made my day negative or bad. So that is catching myself and then practicing that daily. Like I have to set an intention every morning to wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to practice positivity today. And then I go through the day, catching myself in those moments and turning it around and turning it around. And what I've found is the more I do that, the more that becomes my normal reaction. Instead of my initially having that negative thought, my normal reaction becomes like, oh, well, I'm human. Guess that happens, and then I just move on about my day. And so it is a practice. In the beginning, it's a little uncomfortable, but as I do it more often, that first instinct of negativity dissipates. It just goes away. And my first instinct from then on becomes the positive. And I find that is absolutely crucial, is the practice. This is a practice. And as I'm practicing, I also have to remember that I'm human and I need to be nice to myself. I do not need to be beating myself up every time I do something that I deem is negative. And, or, if I catch myself still doing the negative self-talk, I need to let myself off the hook. Like I am practicing a new behavior. I'm practicing something new, and it's a practice. It's not a perfection. So I'm nice to myself as I go through the day and I catch myself. And if lots and lots of negative thoughts come, that's okay. I just turn them around and turn them around and turn them around. And then, like I said, at the end of the day, I've had a great day. And then I like to pay attention to the benefits and the rewards that I get, because I find that any practice is so much easier to continue with if there are tangible rewards. But if I don't pay attention, I might miss them. So I found that as I'm positive, like more and more people want to be around me. Like if I'm walking around and I'm negative Nelly and every 5 minutes I'm just like, oh, this is bad and I can't believe I did that and that was horrible and oh my gosh, like people scatter like little cockroaches. Like nobody wants to be around that person. So when I'm positive and I'm just like, I'm not carrying all that stuff through the whole day with me, people want to be around me, like, and they don't mind, and my friendships get better, my relationships get better, just almost automatically without me even having to try anything else except just paying attention to whether I'm negative or positive in a day and then turning it around, shifting into positivity when I feel that negative coming on. And then I like to say make it permanent. That's like the last element, but I found that nothing's permanent. Like my brain is gonna, it's gonna ebb and flow with whatever's going on in my life. So I can get to a place where absolutely everything is going well. I've shifted into positivity. Things have become like second nature. The positive thoughts are flowing and everything's fine. And then I'll hit a patch of my life where things are stressful. Something happens that I didn't plan for. A lot of things happen all at once, and I will get to a place and then the negative thoughts might come back. So it's never finished. I'm never done. So even though I say make it permanent, I know that it's never really actually permanent. But what I do know also is that as I shift, and I make this a practice to shift into positivity continually, then, I may get out of the practice because my thoughts are positive and I'm feeling good. But if it comes back, I know I can shift right back into positivity. So when I say make it permanent, it doesn't mean necessarily that you do it and we're done with that. Like I don't have to deal with that anymore because it might come back. But if it comes back, just shift right back into positivity again. You might have to do this little practice again where, you're catching yourself and you're turning it around and for a little period of time until you go back to that positivity every single day. And that's your first instinct is positivity. So I know this is a little longer video than I normally do, but I just wanted to get this out there and I hope that you enjoy it and I hope that you practice it. I would love to hear how it works for you if you are able to sit down in the morning and make that intention to become aware of your negativity or positivity, to become aware of your thoughts and your words and your behaviors, and to, make a point that day or each day to catch yourself. Am I reacting positively? Am I speaking positively? Are my thoughts positive? And if they're not, turn them around in that moment. Just turn it around right in that moment and continue that through the day. I would love to hear how that works out for you. So feel free to drop me a comment or send me a note in the messenger or instant messaging. And let me know how it goes for you. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day.